So after we go through the bridge, we run down and I'll just keep us slowly heading out. Go from there. Alright, so we've taken the boat out a few times and we've had some problems with the autopilot and the stabilizers, and wanted it to take just a specific trip out and see if we can troubleshoot the stabilizers and the autopilot, hopefully calibrate it. So we went out for the day to try to do that. The first thing we tried to troubleshoot was the autopilot, and I went down and checked it out, and it seemed to be operating, but there was hydraulic fluid squirting out of the end of the ram. You could see there's like a whole pool of hydraulic fluid where it was leaking out. So that's not good. Looks like we got to get the seals replaced on that. Down in the engine room, the stabilizers were operating correctly, but it looks like the seals on that as well are squirting out oil. So these stabilizers were supposed to be fixed before we got it, but obviously there is some issue with that. Where's Poe? Alright, so we got back from the sea trial, and gonna need to pull out this pump and actuator for the autopilot. So that's what we're doing now. Alright, we're gonna try to torch this bolt right there. Alright, Captain Bob lent me his cheater bar, so we're gonna try to put this in here and torque it and see if that works. Alright, I got it to move about a quarter turn, so see if we can do it again. Whew. Whew. Alright. Got it off. Torque the wrench with this. Whew. Alright, I think that was the hardest part of this, so let's keep at it. I don't know much about this stuff, but I know you should take a picture of the wiring before you disconnect it, so. Alright, I got it detached. Now let's just get it in the bucket. Whew. Alright, let's head down and see if we can get this thing fixed. Alright, so I disconnected the actuator and the pump for the autopilot, and heading down to, everyone says there's a hydraulic shop just south of Lester's. So we're going to go down there, see if we can find the place, and see what they think. Alright, looking for ABS hydraulics. Hopefully it's right down here. Alright, picked up stuff at the Culinary Convenience. My kind of store here. Alright, so it's been a few months, but we're still stuck on the dock here in Fort Lauderdale. The part for our refrigeration came in yesterday, so it should be a few more days and we'll be getting that installed. And then we've been having some problems with the stabilizers. We went out on a sea trial and tried to diagnose the problems with the autopilot and the stabilizers. The autopilot turns out that the actuator was leaking, so I had to pull that off. I had a little bit of problems getting it off, but finally got it off and took it down to the hydraulic shop, and should be getting that back sometime in the next few days and putting that back on. Really looking forward to getting to the Bahamas. Sick of being on the dock. Really sick of being on the dock. But it is nice. It is hot. It's like 80 degrees here, so can't beat that. Would just be love to be cruising around. Alright, so today is trying to get the tender off the boat and onto the boat. Try to figure out this hoist system. So we have a couple different pulleys. We have this one here. We have this one here, which runs down to this winch. And we have a powered winch handle. Alright, I think what I want to do is get in touch with these guys and see their recommendations on how to get this thing on and off the boat.
Now, before we move on from this, there is a joint.
Alright, so I talked to Jeff here at Inflatable Boat Pro, and he said basically you just got to tinker with it and figure it out, but I have to find out how that winch can go up and down, because right now it seems like it's only going one direction. So there's got to be something to make that winch go both ways. So we're gonna get some lunch, and then we're gonna spend the afternoon trying to launch the tender. Alright, so picked up a couple sandwiches from this place, Las Paradas Hoagies, something like that. Really good hoagie shop. Surprising, because there's not really that many good sandwiches down here in Florida, except for Cubanos. Got myself a tuna, and got Miss April a meatball with American. So, I'm gonna go back, have a little lunch, and see if we can get that dinghy in the water today. Maybe even go for a ride. Alright, so I shot some PB Blaster in one of those chocks there. And but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to go up the mast and squirt some up in that one, because that one seems really stiff right now. Okay, I got it up in the air, but I think I gotta bring it further back on the mast. So I'm gonna put it back down and see if I can pull it back, and we'll try this out. Alright, we're gonna for real try to get this tender dropped in the water one time. Alright, I knocked my little mount off, so you can see where it is right now. I'm going to try to bring it around and drop it in. See how it goes. Not going to be filming though. Alright, that was kind of a fail. One thing I did figure out is can only launch it off the starboard side. Try to swing it to port and it hits this right here. So gonna have to take it off the starboard side, which I'm now worried about that piling. So maybe if the tide comes up high enough we can do it. Gonna wait for high tide and check it out. All right, we have success. We have the dinghy in the water. The dink is in the water. Yeah. All right, so I got the dink in the water and tried to start it. Wouldn't start. Killed the battery. I got some brand new fresh gas, and I bought this little jump starter. I don't know if this thing is gonna do it or not. Charges with USB and jump starts the battery. We'll see. Otherwise I'm gonna have to probably take the battery off and charge it, and hopefully the only problem is the gas. So let's try it out. I'm gonna try a little starter fluid. See if this works. So I got it running, but it's not running right. Like, just check this out. See, it's just bogging down. And I don't know if it's because I'm too far back and it's bogging down, or what, but so we still got a lot of work to do on the boat, but we decided to take the day to go to Gulfstream Park and check out the ponies. What a great place this is. We bet a little money. April didn't make any money. I lost money up until the very last race. This guy's just trucking. The last race, I put $100 on number 6.
I'll lead the charge into the first turn. Her bottle is what's a bit wide.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Woo! And my horse came in, paid 4-1. So had a lucky day at the track. Hopefully we get some luck on the boat and we get everything fixed and we head to the Bahamas.